You wrote, freedom isn't a zero-sum game. Just some good points about, you say it's firmly in the Christian ethos to identify as being persecuted. You know what I thought was interesting, too, with all these issues coming together? You heard Tom Cotton said, well, you know, gays should just be lucky. In Iran, they kill you. You know, like, and I'm like, suddenly Iran is the bar for gay rights.
Right. Absolutely. And for the way we treat women, because, you know, in Saudi Arabia, they can't even drive.
Right. It seemed to me a better point to say, no, Christians being persecuted is where they go into a school and ask which ones are the Christians and which ones are the Muslims, and then kill all the Christians. Yeah. Or when they drive all the Christians onto a mountainside and kill them, that would be persecution. Right?
Right. Not being able to hate the right people who you want to hate.
Yeah. Right. Not being able to.
I think that Christians being told that if someone they disagree with has a freedom, that means that Christians are somehow then less free, is absolutely not right. If anything, freedom is a two-way street. When people get more rights, then there are more people who have rights. It has nothing to do with with somehow this impacting Christians at all. I mean, they did this with marriage, right? Like, if other people get to get married, then suddenly it's going to impact their marriage, and it's like that's just not an accurate statement. It has not fleshed out whatsoever when it comes to reality.
Right. I mean, we hear this all the time, particularly on Fox News, that Christians are under assault. And as you say, in a country of 300 million, where the vast majority identify as Christian, where there's never been a non-Christian president, where crosses are as ubiquitous as trees, Christians are being victimized for their convictions. That's almost entirely unanimously self-identified Christian government is going to suddenly go all ancient Rome on the followers of Jesus Christ. I mean, that's what I mean. Of all religions, to say they're being persecuted in this country, it is to laugh, don't you think?
Absolutely. But this is how believers get manipulated. This is how they get galvanized. This is how they become malleable, and they'll just kind of follow whatever else goes along with this hysteria that somehow gays are going to have all these rights.
Well, you say that is what oppression looks like to them. Owning a business and making money off people your religion condemns. Gasp. Yeah, being forced to make money at the business you went into business to do business in. Right. That's I guess what. But as you say, American Christians now being told liberty is a zero-sum game. That if LGBTs have more rights, then Christians have fewer. You say that if homosexuals are equal, then Christians are second-class citizens. They're being told the most important part of their faith isn't charity at all. It's ostracization for some. I mean, that really is the key point. How does that make you less free? That I have the same rights, right?
Right, exactly. And there are tons of things in the Christian Bible that Christians completely overlook. They don't even. It doesn't even bother them. Usury, for example, is condemned as an abomination, punishable by death. Charging interest is legal in this country, and we have money changers all over the place. And for some reason, Christians never feel like their faith is being impacted by this being in reality.
Well, yeah, I love you quote our friend Brian Fisher, who said, this isn't about marriage equality, it's about homosexual supremacy.
Right.
You say that's not how liberty and freedom work. And you cite all these things. We've, talked about a lot of them, but slavery's in the Bible. There's slavery's not legal. Even the most devout can't own human beings. Are Christians less free because of this? You say segregation was fueled by the belief black people had the mark of Cain. Segregation's not legal. Are Christians less free because of this? Like, as you say, why just this makes them less free?
Right, exactly. And in the Bible, a lot of the punishments are mutilation. It's cutting off a hand. It's taking. This is not a metaphor. I mean, this is actually what was practiced for 1,000 years for various crimes in the Bible. It's basically to scar and mutilate someone. And the Eighth Amendment was ratified in this country, and cruel and unusual punishment is something that we have agreed that we are not going to do. And does that make this country hostile to Christians who want to practice their faith biblically?
I love you actually, you note a bunch of them. You say there's plenty of other abominations which are suspiciously glossed over by the modern faithful, like obesity, talking to you, people of Walmart.
Yeah.
Not covering your head, wearing wool blends, eating shellfish, being rich, all condemned and punished severely in the Christian Bible. None of them are against the law. Christians don't claim their freedom is being impeded by these facts, that it's so offensive to their faith that they can't run a business. Yeah, and so this is, like you say, it's just why this one thing? Why is this the one hang up? Why do Christians who own businesses all of a sudden feel put upon?